Well, this project, Project India, started about 3 years ago. Myself, Lopa, and the kids wanted to go on vacation to India, and so we just picked a place in the mountains that we found on the website. And all we knew about it was that it was a village homestay. So when we got there, it was really beautiful, and we met the general, we call him the general, who is a retired general from the 1971 India-Pakistan war. And he took us under his wing, and he showed us around the village, and we actually found out about the school he was running that he had just started up. And we fell in love with the school. We put our kids in the school, and they really made some good friends. At the end of the trip, it was about 9 days that we spent there. We were like, what can we do? And how can we come back here again? And we asked the general, he's like, you know what? There's a need for medical clinics in this place because the people here don't have a doctor that they can get to, and the local doctor, primary care doctors, are actually not, they don't actually come to the village even though they're supposed to be here. So we thought this is a perfect opportunity for us to come back the next year and do these mobile medical camps.
His name is General Jimmy Singh, and this man has a vision for this area. It's not that he wants to change the area, he just really wants to make the best of what the locals have. And what he intended to do is to start by educating the children, sort of from the ground up. He felt that there's so much potential, and he just, I mean, I guess he loves kids, and he just decided that this is what he wanted to invest his time in. He also wanted to help the locals sort of set up a business and like a self-sustaining sort of thing, just using local resources. And so he developed this whole ecotourism and bird watching thing. And that's how we had gone there on vacation a few years ago.
So it's in the foothills of the Himalayas. It's at about 6,000 to 8,000 feet high. It is bordered by the countries of Nepal and Sikkim and Bhutan. So it's really nestled up in that area of India, northeast corner of India. And the people are a mixture of different ethnicities. Some people are Nepalese background, some people are Bhutanese background. And the three different religions of Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism all coexist very peacefully there. We're going to be gone for about a month, and about 3 weeks of that is spent in the actual village, and the rest of the time is getting to the village and getting back from the village, because it actually takes a couple of days to actually get to the village.
At this time, the general really didn't know what we were doing, and he started talking about a medical component to what he wanted to do. Primary health care in the region's really scattered, and it's unfortunately to say it's a little bit corrupt. There's a healthcare center where there's supposed to be a doctor that comes once a week. Last year, for the 10 days that we were there, we actually didn't see him. The time before that, he was supposed to have come, and he didn't come. And we heard that all the free medications that the government supplies are taken up by other people and sold on the black market. So I mean, the intentions are there. Nobody's there to monitor this stuff, and so it just sort of goes away. And so the locals are really left with nothing. And he just really wanted to, you know, teach them how to be healthy. And that's where we were like, you know what, guess what we do? We're doctors. And we jumped on this idea, and the first time we went, it was just sort of a run through to see how it would work. That was 3 years ago, and it worked great. We were so well received. People were so, they were just grateful, and really we just went and did what we do here. And they were just so happy to get some advice and see a doctor, and simple things like, you know, it's a good idea to take your iron, or it's a good idea to eat really well, or you know, hand washing, like even just basic things that we take for granted. It just really put things in perspective for us. I mean, what we do here is really important, and what we do there is also really important. And it's just, I don't know how to say it, other than that when you have nothing and, you know, you try and help people with nothing, even a little bit makes a huge difference.
Like basically we're going back to the same place because we think that it's good to keep going to the same place so we can provide some continuity. People get to know you, and we can see the difference we're making in people's lives. You know, we really want to build some relationship with this community, kind of adopt them. And you know, my kids have really developed some close relationships with the people at the school. Some of the school children, they've become friends with them. And we've sponsored a couple of children, and we want to go back and see them. So last time we took 2 training doctors with us, 2 young women who are going to be finished their residency program and be full-fledged doctors this year. And their experience was life-changing. They have since now gone on to do other work in other countries, developing countries, since they've come back from our trip, because it really opened their eyes to what helping others is about and what medicine could be about. And I think we're very fortunate to have been able to be in a position to do that for them. And I feel that's the purpose of this trip, is not only helping the 900 or so people that I helped directly with the medical care, but hopefully we can touch other people's hearts the way we did with the residents, the 2 residents that came with us, the way we did with other people along the way we met, the way we did with Jay Paul, who's the office manager. I think touching other people and getting them to change and transform, and then them spreading the message to other people, is what I derive the most benefit from and the most satisfaction from.
One of the things that he wanted to do is build a path from the village to the school. The village is higher up on the mountain, the school is a little bit below into the valley, and basically whenever it rains or when it's really inclement weather, the path gets washed out and there's no attendance for like a month. If there was a simple thing like a path to the school leading from the village, there would be much more attendance. And it's something that, you know, it's just a fact of life. You don't go to school, you don't go to school. We can't even imagine unless it's like a blizzard snow day and the schools are shut down, our kids always go to school. So just having a simple access path would be, it's just like such a small thing, but that's one of the projects that we're hoping to work on this time. And that's what part of what our Project India is this year.
Yeah, one of the things we've done is we've actually created a children's storybook based on the ancient Indian folktale called Monkey and the Crocodile. And it comes from the Panchatantra, a collection of Indian folktales. And we're selling them in schools, and we're selling them on the web, and we're giving them as gifts to people who donate to our project. We're hoping that we can take these old stories and basically bring a modern adaptation to them, at the same time get children to be interested in reading, and that's what the purpose of that is. So our goal this time is to raise about $10,000 to build this footpath, buy medications, run our camps. And to do that, we set up a campaign at indiaproject.ca. So I'd really encourage you, if you can, please come to visit our website, make a donation, however big or small, doesn't matter. We need your help. And I'd also encourage you to come visit our website to see our blog, where we're writing about how everything is going on the trip and the frustrations and successes we're going to be having on the trip. It'll keep us close, and that way you'll know exactly what's happening with your doctors.
One of the things we wanted to say is we're very grateful that we're given the opportunity to go on this trip for a month, and we know we leave a lot of things behind. So we wanted to say thank you to our patients for allowing us to go for the month, and for being so understanding about why we're going and for the length of time we're going. Also wanted to say thank you to our staff for managing while we're away and helping things run. And we also, I know the people in Samthar Valley are also very grateful, and in the past they've shared their thanks with us, and we wanted to extend their thanks to you. So thank you.
And also, I'd like to thank everyone who donates clothing and toys and any contributions you're making towards our campaign that we use to buy medications and construct this footpath. It wouldn't have been possible without you. Thank you.
Thanks everybody for the book. Thanks everybody for helping to buy a book. Thanks everybody for buying this book.
Look at him, buddy.